All right, well, welcome everybody. Glad you're here. My name's Lee. I also have my compadre with me, John. He is our technical assistant today. He can help out with any, if you want to rename yourself, if you're having any video issues or audio issues. If you're in the lounge today, we'd love to have you in the live studio. If you want to click on the orange button in the top right corner of your screen, it says Zoom. You can join us live here in the class. You will come in the class mute, and that is on the bottom left of your screen. You can unmute yourself and undo your video. We'd love to see your faces. It not only helps us, but really helps the other learners have a great experience as well during the class. So again, if you're having any challenges, go to the chat side of your screen, click on John's name, and just type him a message, and he'd be happy to help you out throughout the class here today. So we'll get going here in just a minute.
Okay, Lee, I can't see to read the chat, but I found settings.
Okay, good. And when you go into settings, click on that, Carolyn.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, and then go where it says, does it say search at the very top? Is there a little box that you can type a message in?
Nope, don't think so.
There should be something in there that says talk back. It'll go search it for you in settings.
Settings. Nope.
Okay, we'll try to get you.
I know. I'm just forget. Don't worry about it.
All right, so we'll get going here. My name's Lee. I'm one of the guides here at Get Set Up. There's definitely some familiar faces, so always glad to have some returners and certainly some new faces. So thanks for joining us here this afternoon or early evening for some of you folks. So we're going to be talking about the Android smartphones. This is a little bit more of an advanced class, but that's okay. If you're a beginner, hopefully you'll learn something. I know every time I teach this class, I learn from you guys, so I'm looking forward to learning something new here today. We're going to be talking about our favorite subject, robocalls, shortcuts, and Google Assistant. Those will be some of the areas that we tap into. There might be some other areas that we get into, which we always get into a little mischief on these classes. So this is an interactive class. So if you want to unmute yourself or use chat, whatever you're comfortable with, that's great. I bet some of you feel like this often. I'm sure we all feel like this on a daily basis. Nargis, good to see you. Hi. So we're gonna be going through the Android operating system. This is the software that actually makes your phone work. There are lots and lots of manufacturers of the Android operating system because it is open. It's an open architecture, but every phone manufacturer, whether you have a Samsung phone, a Motorola, Pixel, LG, any manufacturer, they all put their little look and feel and applications on the phone that they feel that their users are going to want or they want to push upon you. And it's our job to figure out how to manage these phones better, hence why we have these classes. Anybody have a phone other than what you see on the screen here today? LG, Samsung, I'm sure Samsung, we've got a lot of Samsung users here. Any Motorola phones? I know we've got a Pixel phone. Motorola, okay. We got a Pixel phone. Any other manufacturers that are representative here on the call? Okay. So let's jump into this real quickly. So robocalls, spam calls, junk calls. Certainly around election times, we get hit with not only calls, but also text messages now, emails. How do you prevent getting these spam calls? It's pretty difficult, but if you want to grab your phone and go to the app where you get your phone calls, so go to the phone app, and in the app is recent or call history. You should find that. And if there's some numbers in the recent or call history that you do not recognize, you don't ever want to see that number or name come up again, just hold your finger, or if you use a rubber tip stylus instead of your finger, use that and hold down on that number. And it will give you some options on what to do. You can block the call, you can delete the call, you can report it to spam. So it will give you some options in there. And you can do that to multiple numbers in there as well. So again, you just hold your finger down on it or the rubber tip stylus and it will give you some options. If somebody calls you, you don't recognize their phone number, you're not expecting a call from like a lawyer or a doctor or maybe a taxi cab company or Uber, whoever, then the best thing to do if you don't recognize the number, guess what? Don't answer the call. Because the minute you answer the call, you're in their computer system and they will keep bugging you. Okay. They will call from a local area code that is the same as your phone number, usually the same prefix. That's the first 3 digits in the phone number after the area code. And you probably will not recognize the last 4 digits of the phone number. But I hear they're even getting creative about that and that you might receive a phone call from the same phone number as your phone. I've heard that's starting to happen in some areas. So again, you don't recognize the phone number, don't answer it. There are some options. There are some software services that you can get from your phone provider, whether you use AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. I heard that the AT&T service is very good. It's $4 a month. T-Mobile and Verizon have their own spam protection services. I heard they're good. They're not perfect, but it will give you some options. And then you can also go to the website donotcall.gov and register your phone number. It may and may not help. I register here at least once a year, go in here and register my phone number. They're supposed to take you off some marketing list. I don't know how good it works or not. And there are some third-party apps that you can download. Some work, some don't. I don't know if anybody's tried any of these. I haven't had much success with them. So I usually just don't answer my phone if I don't recognize the number, or I report it to spam or block that number. That works pretty well. Any questions on spam or robocalls?
Good stuff.
Okay. If you get text messages and you don't want to see them again, you can also block them. You can also report them to spam. And if it's a political campaign or some sort of campaign at the very end, they're supposed to say, if you want to get off this list, type in the word reply. Well, you hit reply to the message and type in capital letters, STOP, stop. And they're supposed to, by law, take you off the list. Again, you can just reply back to the text message and just write the word stop. Okay. And again, you can report, some of the apps let you report them to spam also, or block those numbers.
Okay. I must have missed. How do you get to the spam again?
On a text message, it depends on what app you use. Some of the apps allow you to go up into your settings of your phone, which let me see here if I can do it on my phone. Let's see here. Yeah, my phone doesn't allow me. One of my phones allows me to do it. The other one doesn't. Most of the apps don't allow you to do it. But again, the best thing to do is just reply back and write the word stop. If it gives you that option at the end